The year was 1846. Just 5 years after James Brooke became the first Raja of Sarawak. A 16-year-old boy sailed to Sarawak with his older friend Lim Eng Mo. This marks the beginning of a very interesting history of the Ong clan that would play a very prominent role in the history of Sarawak. That 16-year-old boy was
Ong Yu Hai, who was the first of my Ong family who landed in Sarawak, in Kuching. And they came to Kuching, to Sarawak, via Singapore.
Born in February 1830 in Singapore, he lost his father when he was 7. Being the eldest in a family of 3 boys and 3 girls, he had to support the family. He got into odd jobs and petty trade, where he got to know an older man by the name of Lim Eng Mo. On learning that Sarawak offers opportunities in the form of barter trade, he took up the challenge as a trading merchant with Eng Mo. They started Yu Hai Mo and Company in 1846, and by 1872 it became Ong Yu Hai and Company. With little cash, his hard work, integrity and honesty enabled him to succeed. Besides trading, he was closely linked with the Sarawak Steamship Company, where he was a shareholder. His company dealt with agricultural products and later was also into constructions. Well known for his good character, he used to be selected as a member of the jury for important court cases. He was close to the Raja, and because of that, the Raja depended on him when dealing with the Chinese community. He was appointed the Capitan of the Chinese community. He maintained his ties with Singapore, where he also played a prominent role, especially among the Hokkien community, which he was one of them. Together with 2 other fellow countrymen, Ong Kiew Ho and Ong Chong Chew, they paid $500 each to acquire an 85-hectare piece of land in Singapore, which they gave to the Hokkien Ong clan to be used for dwelling, farming and burial. Part of the land was later converted to a cemetery called Seong Cemetery. He had families both in Singapore and Kuching. In Singapore, he built a house he named Bonigras in River Valley Road, but he died before it was completed. Meanwhile in Kuching, he had a big house located on top of a low hill overlooking the town. The house was sold to the Anglican Mission in 1933. Today, it has been converted into a hotel, the Marian Boutique Lodging House. As a community leader, he was very concerned about the welfare of his fellow community members. He founded the Hokkien Association in 1872 and became its first chairman. Interestingly, the first 4 generations of his family, including him, were chairmen of the association. Today, you can see the photo of him and his descendants in the association. The association headed by him also managed 2 Chinese temples. They are the Hon San Si Temple at the end of Yu Hai Street and the Chin San Temple in Muara Tebas. His photo can also be seen in the Ong ancestral home in the village of Paijiao, Xiamen, China. In 1884, there was a great fire in Kuching that destroyed a lot of shophouses. Yu Hai rebuilt and replaced the wooden houses with concrete ones, and the road where those houses were built was named after him. However, his surname Ong, which means king, was not included as a sign of respect to the Raja. Not long after that, he passed away in Singapore in 1889. He had 17 children. Today, his descendants can be found in many countries. His descendants in Sarawak are already into the 7th generation, with many of them playing important roles both in the government and private sector. A testimony of their contribution to Sarawak can be seen where 5 roads in Kuching were named after the Ongs.
If not for Yu Hai, our current Ong family would never have become established here. And I thank God that he did that he decided. Not for that, there would not be us here sitting here today now.
So at last count, how many Ongs are there throughout the world?
Oh, I've lost count. But our family tree chronicler Sean Column in Sydney has got something like 2,500 to 3,000 members on his Facebook extended Ong clan. On my own Sarawak Ong clan Facebook, I have 460 something members up to now, and these are just the Ong family clan based in Sarawak. Some of them are overseas, of course. And please, if you are an Ong, if you are listening to this or watching this, please join. It's called Sarawak Ong Clan Association on Facebook.